We
It was Paul.
missed you.
Who put the gliding gladiator?
Paul Mescal. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
This is put on the agenda. If you've missed these shenanigans, we're back. We were
Who is
busy.
breathing so loudly?
Who do you
Is either
think?
Lerb or my dog. My guess is okay. We're gonna try this intro again. Welcome
We
back.
got it.
No, what's the noise? Hold
It's
on.
her.
I know it's her.
She's doing it again.
She unplugged herself. It's still so loud.
I muted myself.
Oh,
Oh, you did not.
muter did not mute you. Hon. Okay, Lerber's in. No, she's muted.
We
I'm
have
gonna-
limited bandwidth.
I know. I'm gonna keep going.
Could go out at any time.
I'm gonna keep going. Welcome back to Put It on the Agenda. We are so excited to be back and chatting. We've missed talking to each other, talking
You're
about random
joking.
shit, and having shenanigans that we
Did it
get to
do
share with
it?
people online. It's been about 3 months now since we've been home after the Ultimate World Cruise. So we're going to catch you up on what the last little bit of time. Oh my God, their internet is going out again.
I'm sorry, I spent the last 2 minutes laughing hysterically.
It's going to happen again.
Yeah. I mean, they're frozen in high def at least.
And Andrew's smiling.
Yeah. This is a good screenshot. I have no idea. I gotta be honest, this is kind of hilarious, though.
I mean, I think it's funny. Andrew cannot be thinking it's funny right now.
I guess we could talk.
Have you seen Gladiator?
I have not. It's been on my TikTok. Well,
So, like, he was, Paul Mescal, whatever it is,
hot.
was good. It's so hot. Of course, so hot. Like, the rest of it was pretty stupid.
mm-hmm.
And then they, like, flooded the Coliseum, which apparently is historical. But then
It
they decided
is.
that they were going to CGI sharks into it.
Probably not historic. They had hippos.
Well, they had hippos and rhinos in the movie as well. Like, people rode. But it was the sharks that fully, I was like,
Well,
oh
I
my
guess
God.
they can't, like, actually have real hippos eating people, so they gotta CGI it.
yeah. But my brother, I went with my brothers, and so Robbie and I both were like, that was terrible as we're walking out. And then somebody ahead of us was like, that was good. And we were both like, was it? Like, was it?
Who knows?
Allie seemed to have liked it, which,
I mean,
power to you.
I definitely think visually, the clips I've seen, I like.
Yeah. I then just, like, struggled, too, with, like, there's a part when he's talking and he's, like, giving this big speech. Obviously, there's no microphones, but we're pretending that thousands of men, many hundreds of feet away in battle, can hear this impassioned speech.
I do always kind of wonder about the logistics of speeches on the battlefield. Like, does that actually exist? Or is it kind of like a game of telephone?
Maybe. And I wish I could a little bit see that. I don't know. Because obviously, it's not the only movie that's done that. But it was just one of those where I was like, okay.
For sure, for sure.
Okay, yes. You definitely united these two battling armies. I don't know. But my brothers both were like, well, the first one was so good. Like, this one was just not it.
Sequels never live up.
But they had from Stranger Things. Have you watched Stranger Things?
No.
On TikTok?
Actually, no. Whoa, my voice just like disappeared for a second. No.
I know.
Yeah, Stranger Things has not been one of the things that's popped up. It might now that we're talking about it, but
That's true. Well, one of the actors from that show was one of the, like, crazy emperors in the movie. So, like, that was fun because I enjoyed him.
was it
But
the bald host from Great British Baking show there too? Cool.
okay, they're still not making. What should we? Oh, speak of the devil shall appear.
Hi guys.
Okay, we just want
Hi.
to call it and do a TikTok live. Do we feel like what are we feeling?
I mean, we can keep trying. Maybe we could do a 10-minute
Yeah.
episode. It's
Okay.
still recording, or it's showing on mine.
Yeah.
that
It is.
Oh, lovely.
It is.
And you dropped my name though, so do be warned.
Well,
Although it was
Allie
right-
also. Yeah.
It was after one of the funniest moments, though. So, for me, I thought that
Shit,
was
you guys missed it.
Maybe Andrew can just beep.
probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So welcome back to Put It on the Agenda. We've been gone for about 3 months now that we've been back on land, and we've been frantically trying to catch up on real life and what that means and all of the things that come with it that we kind of hate. At least I do.
Hate
And so we haven't had time to do these catch up podcasts. We've done a few TikTok lives together, and then we've done FaceTimes. But we're excited to be back and chatting and sharing with people, with you. So we'll try to keep it brief for sake of internet. But we've been home now for 3 months, so let's kind of share about what the last week of the world cruise was like, the transition home, and then high level what's been happening in your life since we got home.
It's been
Who
sad.
wants to...
Yeah.
You want to kick us off then, Lurbs?
Truly sad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Oh, actually, let's have the two people whose internet keeps popping out go first.
Good story. Okay, Allison, on the
Fair.
spot.
Last week at the cruise was very hectic. I just remember feeling like this pending doom, being like, oh my God, we're all gonna get separated. What if I've inflated this in my head and these people don't actually like me, or these aren't really meaningful friendships? People are gonna fall off as soon as we get home. How am I gonna go back to real life after this? This has been so amazing. And then just physically not being in the same space was just very sad and hard adjustment. So the last week was just very sad. It was still very fun because we're in New York and then in Bermuda, which was probably one of my favorite beaches. So it was still very fun. And then our last day at Coco Cay truly was a perfect day at Coco Cay.
It was so good.
But then just staying up all night being like, this is really over. Just sad, man. Just sad.
I don't know. I feel like moving back, it's like graduating high school almost again, where it's I've come back and it's I'm starting adulthood over, at least for us, because it's we moved out of our apartment. So we had to move into a new place, get our dog, get our life set up. I'm kind of starting my career over almost, and trying to figure out kind of where I want to take that and what exactly I want to do, with my life and with video and all that at the same time. And I think in the same way that 3 months felt okay, I live on the ship, it's now 3 months being here is okay. I start to feel I'm living here again, getting back in the groove. The newness is wore off, and it's more just yep, this is just everyday life now.
That's fair.
The last week on the ship was hectic, and I think too, for me, I feel like I had to pack before New York a lot of my stuff because I sent bags home, so I think that helped.
Yeah.
But then it was sort of this weird, everybody else is packing, but I was sort of done with it. So then it was sort of I want to do stuff, but my friends are busy. Yeah, I want to do stuff. And it's always that feeling of oh my gosh, it's our last sea day, it's our last Stitch and Bitch, it's our last all this, it's our last
Everything.
Vortex night, silent disco, every single thing. So there does start to feel a little bit of pressure about it, and you're trying to do all the things, kind of the last week of senior high school, right? Where you're all the things before it's done. Actually getting off the ship was a bit of a cluster that day. Luckily, I didn't lose any bags. I did get off the ship 4 hours later than I was meant to, but I stayed in Miami one night, so it wasn't a big deal. And then getting home was a weird transition. I got home and I had plans with friends, and then it was just very quickly back to regular scheduled programming, which is pretty boring. And I don't like it. I think adulthood's overrated, and I'd very much like to be back on the cruise ship. Please and thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
isn't that the mood?
Yeah,
Laboriousness.
at Thanksgiving dinner, we had multiple people ask us, would you go back and do it again? And my answer
Right
was
now?
immediately, I would leave right now. And everyone's so shocked, and I'm like, no, that
What is
was
that?
the best thing I've ever done, and I'd do it again 100 times over.
Wow. Which is funny because I feel that way too. But then at Thanksgiving, I was talking to Dennis Tessa, because Tessa very much wants to is planning to be available for the next one, when they announce it at the reunion cruise.
Really?
And she's like, well, don't you feel that way? And I was like, no, because it would never be the same. My
Would
friends are
never
not
be
all
the
going to be
same.
able to do it again. I would constantly be chasing this experience again. So it's if we could go back to the Ultimate World Cruise, yes.
Right.
But
Yes.
it's not 2.0 is going to be different.
Yeah.
I agree, which is true.
I also
And
don't.
not what I'm considering, I think, when people ask, yeah.
Yeah, I also don't think the Polks will be the same on the second one.
No.
No.
All that to be said, though, I'm gonna have incredible FOMO. If any of
Incredible.
our friends are on it again, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to mute them.
Real FOMO.
That's for sure.
It'd be like, do you?
Oh, I'll
It's
come
gonna
meet
be
him
weird.
though. Like we'd have to just meet up whoever went that we knew. We'd be like, hey,
In
I'll
the
come
weird
for some
court.
section. Yeah.
Do a segment.
For sure.
Or do it. Yeah, we could do a segment.
We could be the influencers who visit.
Oh my God, put us in
Oh
the
my-
Big Brother house.
Put us on that ship.
We could just be together.
What if we just get
Bunk beds?
one room and do bunk beds, and then it's just hell for a week, but incredible
like it.
content.
We probably could.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry,
Yeah.
Dobbers. Lerb, how's your time at home been?
My light died.
It's good. I mean, so we packed pre-New York because we were like, realistically, we had a lot of stuff. So if we needed like
Understatement
zip
of the year.
ties or bungee cords, we knew that we wanted to buy it in New York, and we did end up having to buy a wagon and an industrial strength dolly.
That thing put in work too, boy.
Ooh, it's still putting in the walk. The wagon has become like when we walk the dog, he can't walk the full mile anymore because he's fat
Oh, bless
and he's
him.
old. I
Good
mean, like
for him though,
he's
you
Put some
know.
respect
He
on
gets a
his
ride
name.
he's
now.
9. He's 8. He's 8. So like sometimes he gets tired, so we just like lift him and put him in the wagon.
You have to like hoist one half at a time.
Oh no, I mean, I can lift him.
Not
He is.
that big.
He's long though. He's a beast. He's a mammoth.
He's
Yeah.
like
he
the
is.
weed mobile, but
Yeah. So like the wagon's been put in the wall. Yeah, but
Good for the wagon.
no good for the wagon, honestly. So we packed up pretty early, which was good because we needed that.
Yeah.
Getting off the ship was interesting. We also left like 2 hours after the time they said we would leave. It doesn't matter since we were getting picked up. So like we were
Right.
driving.
Yeah.
Coming home was good. So my aunt had been living in the house and lots of things were different, which is fine. But
yes,
it's
I
definitely
forgot
What
about
was
it.
the paper mache animal?
Do you mean the
Zebra?
7-foot zebra that was living in my room?
See,
These are some of my favorite text messages of like,
Oh,
Just
Prime.
at home, there's a giant paper mache
oh,
zebra
and do you
in my
want to know the
room.
funny thing is? So we
did
thought
you make it?
no. We thought it moved in like 2 days before we got back, right?
Been there for months.
It moved in 2 days after we left. So
There's a vacancy.
yeah, so every time someone came and visited the house,
It was there.
It was there. So they probably thought, what is this girl doing with her room? Because I already have
Yeah,
2
that's
mannequins in
the
my
only
room.
thing. That's the
Not the-
only thing making them think that is the zebra.
It's on brand, Lerb.
Yeah, so the zebra, we tried to make it walk. It couldn't walk. Eventually it went outside and we put it out on the curb. 20 minutes later, someone else picked it up.
Wow.
Perfection.
that's pretty
Hot
quick.
item.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's a hot commodity. Had it been made out of anything else other than paper mache, we would have still had it outside.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair.
I mean, we have
Just
2 6-foot metal flamingos, so it's not like we shy away from.
not out of
Features.
place.
Yeah.
I also have a 3-foot metal armadillo that I bought at the county fair.
Roll
A
time.
2-foot wooden hippo.
Well, yes, and the wooden hippo, but that's an inside creature.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
These
You're
are
right.
the most impactful things of recent. Like, are those the most
Oh.
impactful?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
asked. I thought you were
I
like
know, I'm like,
switching
Sorry.
subject. I was like,
I know
Yeah.
it was like,
No,
what?
no,
Are we
sorry,
just
not
going
well
into...
spoken.
no.
But
So, yeah, but that was coming home. There's definitely a weird flux because my mom is retired.
Mhm.
She retired right before the cruise. And coincidentally, I graduated right before the cruise. So now we're in the way where she's like, oh, I'm retired. I'm having fun. And I'm like, "Huh, I'm unemployed. I'm also having
Okay.
fun. So I'm trying to figure out what my next steps are, whether that's grad
Yeah.
school, whether that's get a job in a cubicle and with a pension for the rest of
That's
my
not-
life.
That's not you. I'm just going to
Mhm.
go ahead
Yeah,
and
you're
tell you
gonna-
that's not in the
Yeah.
cards.
love that.
So, but I figured anything after the holidays because it's not like I could get a job and then be like, actually, I'm going to be gone for a month, 2 weeks after
Yeah.
you hire me.
Yeah.
No.
So we'll
That's
figure
the
that
right
out. But yeah,
And it allowed you to have the freedom to take time off to go to Disney World.
Yay!
yes,
That was really fun. We
That
had
was
our
really
first
fun.
mini reunion and met all together at Walt Disney World Orlando. And so did Nate and Maddie
we love them.
also came over. So it was just really
Yeah.
fun to all see each other. I don't know, for me, that was big because it was like my crazy anxiety brain was like, these people don't really care about you. You're never going to talk to them again. And so it very much was
As
like,
if we don't text every single day.
That
I
was me
know.
frantically texting my other friends, being
Oh.
like, "What if they actually hate me and I have to leave the Airbnb at 2 a.m.? Can I come stay
No.
at your couch?"
Oh my gosh. No, but it was just like, no, these are my lifelong friends. Like, we are doing things. Of course, we're going to see each other again. It kind of just settled me a little bit, being like, okay, yes, the cruise is over, but we still have these relationships, and it's almost our 1 year anniversary.
I came to a realization after Disney. This is a side
What?
note. You know how all of our stomachs were upset and we're like, oh, it was obviously something we ate at Disney?
No, you gave us the stomach
You
flu.
breathed on us.
Could you also think it was the hot pot that we ate at 9 p.m. when they closed?
No, because I didn't get sick till Sunday night. We
Yeah, that
ate
was
at
the
Hot
first
Pot
I
night
didn't
when
get
we got
Thursday
sick
night.
there.
till the end.
Then
And
tell me
then
why that night I was ready to spend the night in the toilet.
Because you had the stomach flu that you passed on to
on
The
us.
to
only
us.
person I've
You were
been with is my
nearly the
mom.
first victim.
I've literally
Wait,
only been with my
what?
mom.
Do not throw
Oh.
Mama under the bus.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Anyways,
Oh,
our new format
yeah.
is we're going to go week by week and talk about what we did on the world cruise and just trip down memory lane, and then kind of release more, I don't know, more content, more.
Maybe stuff we weren't feeling great about sharing at that time, or
Yeah.
because we just weren't sharing yet. And just to talk about it, because we weren't we didn't even know each other this time last year.
Right.
But even then, like, we weren't friends until like a month or so into the trip.
Right.
So like we had very different experiences. Where at the end, our
All our
experiences were
juices were together.
because we are synced.
Well,
But
Literally.
and I
They
think
were.
too, like we've also had a year to process what we went through. Like
Right.
while we
Now
were
there's-
going through it, I told Allie the other day, I was like, when we were walking through Rome, I remember being like, man, this is cool. I'm just so tired. It feels like I wanted to enjoy this more than I did because I was truly exhausted because we hadn't had like a poor day in forever or like
No.
a sea day in forever. And I was like, I just want to take a nap.
They needed
Yes.
to add extra sea days between each port day.
1,000.
Oh,
They
easy.
did, it
not
was a
between
1-to-1
days,
ratio.
but they
They
needed to
needed.
pepper in some additional sea days so we could rest. Because 30,
2 to 1.
what was it, 31 days?
Yeah, with nothing.
Something like
Yeah.
Yes, Deidre.
Real fast lightning round. Top highlight moment of Disney trip. Go. Angie first.
Everyone, deer in the
And I
headlight.
have to go back and think about it.
it was. So I've been to Disney World before, but I'd only ever gone with my parents, like for work meetings. So it was definitely a different experience. So it was fun to go with friends, and then it was fun to go with friends who know the park so well. And I'm a deep Disneyland, California. Like that's my home park.
Yeah.
So I always sort of have like, I feel like Allie and I like, it's our banter of like, my park's better, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But it was fun to see like what makes Disney World special,
Right.
even though it's far too big. I do love the different rides that we don't have because we don't have the space
Right.
because we're cozy. But it was so fun to do that. And then it was just fun to be there with you guys, especially when we were at Epcot and we were drinking around the world, even though we were all pretty sober. And then
Truly.
talking about like the different experiences in those different countries was really fun.
That was cute.
That was making me cry.
No.
The different experiences in the different countries. Oh, the 2 A's frozen.
Oh my God, don't do it again. No. We made it so far.
We did.
Okay, you share your experience, blurb, while they pop out and pop back.
Okay. I think my favorite was really just spending time with everyone. That was a lot of fun. And it was like, truth be told, I was not expecting to hit all of the rides that we did.
Oh yeah.
It was a little intense, not gonna lie. Came in a little blind.
Allie's not here to save space.
I think honestly, this is gonna sound really sappy. I think the favorite moment was when Andrew brought the little their egg rolls out to small world, and he got everyone
That
to
was cute.
drinks.
I know. I did love that because I was like, it's just very cared for of like know each other of like
It was very
it was
much
sweet.
to be like, to be loved is to be known.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, I know everyone's drinks. I know you like this. And it was like, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Very much made
Yeah,
this
that was-
love find me. As you see everyone. I was like, this is so sweet.
It was good. It was very sweet.
They'll come up and it'll be like, oh, I really enjoyed spending time with Maddie. And
Which we did. I mean,
I
even the
did.
first night,
No,
like
for
us
sure.
having dinner
that was so much fun.
and then just going back to our Airbnb, just like chatting was fun because it felt normal. Of like, of course, this is what we do. We get food and we sit and we talk and we talk and talk and talk.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. I do wish there was a way to like have an extra day of just us talking.
That's called a resort day. I don't know if Allie believes in those days.
No. And like I also know that there was a lot of other stuff going on, but yeah. And I do think like at the beginning I was super nervous of like, will these people like me? Will we be like good together again? And I think it's just
Yeah.
because, like on the cruise, you're so isolated.
Yeah.
And like everything's taken care of you for you. But then like in the real world, you're
Yeah.
like, maybe it won't, but it did. It was nice.
Yeah, it worked. Do we want to say that's a wrap on Ep 1? Learn.
I didn't get to say my Disney memory first.
Okay, do it right now with Andrew's mic.
Okay.
Do you want to just pull up a
Ethan,
chair?
I mean, meh. I really loved going on Soarin' around the world with the people that I sailed around the world with. I just really liked that. It made me cry many times before, during, and after the cruise. And then just doing it all together was really sweet because we went to several of those places together. We love my
That's
friends.
Very
It's
nice.
very cute.
Lerv, do you want to say yours again?
Yeah,
To make...
I'll say mine again. So I was very sappy when y'all were frozen. And I
Yeah.
said, oh, I'll just say my favorite thing was spending time with Maddie and Nate. No, but my favorite thing was when we went out of Small World and Andrew had dinner for us. And then he had like everyone's favorite drinks and like the extra sauces. It was just very sweet. It was very much like to be known is to be loved. And I was like, oh, this is so fun and so sweet.
Well, that's precious.
That's
It
precious.
was, like, it was very much like almost breaking down at that moment. I was
Oh,
like holding
guys.
on. I was holding back.
Just near the Rapunzel bathrooms, eating the egg rolls, just cry.
Well, and because I was also like, I know if one of us started crying and being like, this is so nice.
Game over.
Yeah, exactly.
And
'Cause
then
I was
we're
also
scaring
like,
children
we still
next
have
to us.
2 hours left.
We can't just, oh my god.
No, but that was like definitely, I was like, ooh. And it was like really nice because all of the lanterns were glowing too. So
It
it was
was
like
really
very,
aesthetic.
the mood was set. I was like,
It was nice.
Sure.
yeah.
Well, that was cute.
Second. Do y'all have Spotify? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, did you do your
Oh, yeah,
rap or
and-
do your one real quick before it fails again?
Mine was taking you guys on like Tron and Guardians and just
That
like
was
letting you
fun.
guys like get to ride rides that were new. Makes it feel like new to me again because like when you get to take people on something that makes you excited, it's like really fun. So that was my highlight.
Those were all
Those
really
rides
fun.
are both so cool.
I was not expecting Guardians to go as fast as it did.
That
It's so good
Ripping
though.
on
And the
my
different
glasses.
directions. Yeah.
Yeah, I was holding on to my glasses for my life.
ride was off.
That stuff.
Those were very fun. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole trip was fun, in all honesty.
The whole trip was, besides the stomach virus.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm still gonna say maybe it was not fun.
There's no
I
way.
wish-
The
Food
hot
from
pot was
Thursday
the
night.
first day.
Was the
No,
first.
we
It would
ate
have
that
to be
Thursday night.
something
I mean,
at
Friday,
Epcot.
Saturday. I puked on Sunday night on the plane. There's no way it was hot pot.
It would have to be Epcot, if anything.
Oh, because like my
But what
only,
did we all eat at Epcot?
the only thing I was just
Macatizers.
shitting my
I didn't
brains
have that.
out.
Oh,
Oh no, I was not that.
That was my only thing that I was doing.
well, we'll never
No,
know.
I was in the
We'll
bathroom
never know.
constantly.
Okay.
Cool.
I think we should successfully wrap and
Wow.
hopefully hopefully Andrew can pull an episode out of this, even if it's just like a 10-minute thing. I
Yeah.
feel like hopefully Andrew can get something out of it, and then maybe next time there won't be as many kinks.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on our first episode back off of the World Cruise. We will have more pods as we look back a year in reflection on the World Cruise. So we'll catch you next time.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
All right.